3 a.m. You wake up. Time to get started for the day. First thing you want to do is ask yourself, what would make today a really amazing day? What would motivate me? What do I need to do? And get excited. It starts with state building. So for me, I've already been awake despite the fact that it's 3 a.m. Woke up a little damn early. So I made myself a delicious spinach, avocado, and kefir smoothie, which has a ton of biological things that'll give you energy. And then I'm going to go for a run and think about everything that I love, everything I want to do, my passions, my projects, even some of my regrets that I'm like, damn, I really wanted to do that. And then I'm going to go do it because life is too damn short. All right, 3:10 a.m. We are outside now, and it is a bit frosty. But I'm going to get started, and I'm going to start with the song 10,000 Hours, because it was the song that I kind of came up with and started listening to when I first started running. Talks about putting 10,000 hours of effort into something that you love, and one of the main lines of the song to start is, "A life lived for art is never a life wasted." And so it really resonates with me while I pursue my art and my passions and my passion project, which is literally about passion. So I'm going to build that. I'm going to listen to it. And with each lyric, I'm going to let it resonate, and I'm going to feel that energy building. I'm going to remember that I made a commitment to log 10,000 hours for this project. I'm going to start getting excited, instead of thinking like, oh, running sucks and it's going to be tedious. I'm going to think about rebuilding the brain cells so that I can be as intelligent as I want to be. I'm going to think about the energy boosts that being in shape gives me. I'm going to think about the amount of extra testosterone and sex drive that you're supposed to get from regular exercise. I'm going to think about the phrase truly, madly, deeply, and something I wrote saying how I wanted to love and get back in touch with that hopeless romantic that I used to be when I was younger, and live a life of inspired passion. And I think another quote was, mind-melting, self-obliterating sex. There are a lot of things on my things to do list that would definitely be worth the effort. I also want to learn how to surf, and I want to be in good enough shape to do all this. So I am out on the road at 3 a.m. That's a little early, but I like to be out here because I'm a little ridiculous. And if I'm meditating and practicing some of my hypnosis techniques, people sometimes stare. So being out here when no one else is out here is a benefit for me, especially since occasionally I'm dancing down the road. Like, I'll get to a street light here in a second, but I'm a bit ridiculous sometimes. So here we go. Going to put on my song 10,000 Hours, and then I'm going to run. And then I'm going to think about everything that inspires me. I'm going to remember every single day what my passions are, what my reasons are. And that'll give me the energy to love what I do and actually do it. So, time to get started. 10,000 hours. I'm so damn close I can taste it. Lyric from the song. Here we go. Here we are, Christmas in Florida. Well, Christmas is past, it's now New Year's, but the lights are still up. So it's a beautiful sight out here at the farthest point that I used to be able to run. This, about a month ago, was as far as I could get before I was exhausted. Now this is the first stop on my warm-up. I can just run out here. And it's my farthest meditation point is right over there by the lake. And instead of it being my last, now it's my first. So, progress. So take time to celebrate your achievements, your victories, because it releases dopamine. Every time you set a goal and then think, oh, nailed it, your brain does a little fist pump that releases dopamine, which is a neurotransmitter, whatever, that carves out grooves in the brain for habit formation. It's your reward chemical. It's one of the reasons alcohol is so addictive, along with a couple other I don't know, methamphetamines and so on and so forth. But it's basically your brain saying, oh, you did a good job, you should do more of that. So that's why celebration is so important. So here we are, farther than ever, easier than ever, and taking time to see how far we've come and then take hope from that, because more is possible. And when you believe more is possible in that moment, just that belief makes more possible. So utilize your brain, your subconscious mind, to start organizing your life without having to put thought into everything. You can start running on autopilot. You can start telling your subconscious mind to kick thoughts up for spontaneous inspiration. There's a whole manner of things you can do. And if you want to feel amazing, feel inspired, generate happy chemicals on a regular basis, have more energy, have a better memory, learn quicker, all of these things are activated by the neurochemical dopamine, among the other ones that you get from celebrating your victories. So if it seems cheesy or if it's like, oh yeah, ooh, celebrate, woo, nah, really do it. It makes a difference. Well, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear me or see me here. I guess that's the benefit of doing things in the daytime, but I'm going to stick my phone in a tree here and give you a quick demonstration of what the meditation looks like, and then an explanation of what I'm doing and why. Alright, let me see if my phone will stay in this tree here, and then you actually be able to see what I'm doing here in the spotlight. Is this gonna work? Or am I gonna break my phone? Nope. That is not gonna work. Let's try this in this tree. How about that? That branch isn't strong. Why don't I have an easy-to-use tripod? Good enough. Become one with the plant. Alright, well, here I am in front of the lake. First, you want to start by relaxing. And relax your body and relax your mind. Feel your brain just sinking. And there's a very loud duck. Don't worry about the duck while you're trying to meditate. Alright. Deep breath, hold it for a count of 3, 2, 1. Breathe out and relax. Relaxing down to the deepest. Relaxing your feet and your toes and your head. Feel that sinking feeling in your brain and your mind, and the tingling running down your spine. You want to feel all your muscles relax as you just kind of sink into the earth. This is the beginnings of kind of a trance state. And then you're going to condition things into that trance state with different gestures. So the gestures don't matter. It's just whatever's meaningful to you. Usually try something that's rooted in your past. I have a past with like martial arts and lots of martial arts, and then also anime with martial arts. So there's where my conditionings come from. So I utilize those. And shamanic Native American traditions and stuff. So you want to tie everything to a gesture that triggers the brain states and triggers those thoughts. So if you want to pull energy, you want to do a pulling gesture, because eventually you want to be able to forget your body and your mind and use these gestures to have your subconscious mind act on its own while your conscious mind zones out. So that's the essence of some of the meditation and neuroplasticity. It marks your brain, and hypnosis is one of the few times that you both have intense concentration and deep relaxation. So, utilizing that, deep breath, relax all the way down. Just sink into it. Feel good, feel comfortable, excited, loved, happy, the best of any feelings that you can find. Just sink into that blissful, peaceful relaxation. Then breathe out all the way and hold it for a few seconds. And then breathe in. Using your hands all the way up, feel that energy coursing up your spine. Your body responds to your mind much more than we ever thought. there was a superhero study done by Harvard University, open body posture, which basically found that in 2 minutes of standing like a superhero with an open body posture, your testosterone goes up 20% and your cortisol drops like roughly 20%. So basically in just 2 minutes of you can drastically change your overall biochemistry. And that's just from standing like a superhero. If you use mindfulness, meditation, additional meaning, breath, words, there's so many more ways other than just body posture to affect these same things. Those aren't in the Harvard study. Those are just thousands of years of Buddhist monks and martial artists and all that. But anyway, breathe in the energy, and that's why it's important. You can squeeze it up if you're trying to do specific types of meditation. I hate to say taint, but squeeze that middle bit, like if you're trying to stop yourself from going to the bathroom or pee. You can squeeze that up and try to squeeze the energy up your spine into your mind, or into your third eye, or into your brain. You can activate different neurochemicals that way. So, and then hold it, feel it resonating, feel it getting stronger. And these feelings and thoughts are what affect it. It's not just bullshit. You have to think and feel it in order for it to work. So, really feel it. And you'll start feeling that vibration, that tingle. Hold it. And then let it out. Push it forward. And let it get stronger. So you're upping the thing in your body. And that's my gesture for it. And then you'll relax again. Relaxing even deeper with each exhale. And then you'll reach in one more time, even bigger. Hold it, pull it up through your spine, up into your mind, up the top of your head. And then breathe out and go into like a monk's gratitude pose. Now I have this condition with gratitude. And practicing gratitude just a few times a week is enough to significantly, there's like 12 studies I've read, all the way back from like 2000 to 2016. I think I even read one recently in 2018 that show that gratitude can drastically improve your energy levels, your overall well-being, your feelings of benevolence for other people. I know this is a lot of information and I'm rambling, but it's a lot of information for these basic gestures. And if you think they're bullshit, that'll affect your subconscious mind. So it's important to know how these things actually work. There's a guy, his name is Wim Hof, who does a lot of breathing techniques, which we'll get into later, who walked up Everest, almost summited the damn mountain in shorts and sandals. Like, his ability to control his mind and therefore his body allows him to keep his core temperature and stamina up to the point that he did one of the hardest things ever in shorts. Anyone else would freeze to death, for the most part. So this shit is amazing, and having had my first successful experience accidentally running a marathon, I am so hyped up about this. So anyway, I got distracted again. Anyway, that's what all these things are for, so you don't get distracted. Breathe up, hold it, and then gratitude. Each of these point meditations, I call them, have a specific mental key attached to them. So I will think one thought that I'm grateful for. One person in my life, somebody who has helped me, someone who has always been there for me, someone I love, experiences that I got to have, my easy life, my lack of suffering, like all of the good things that I have. And even under the shittiest circumstances, when I was homeless, when my girlfriend just left because COVID hit of like almost a decade, my cats died, and they died on my laptop, destroying my laptop and ruining all of my writing and all the information I've been preparing for this business venture. And then my business failed because of COVID, because it entirely revolves around large gatherings. Even all that shit, there's still so much to be grateful for. And being able to do it turns what would be a catastrophic, miserable clusterfuck for most people to me, which I went and like walked through the Appalachian Trail and showered in waterfalls and street performed and had new weird experiences, and it was an amazing adventure and fun instead of miserable, depressing, soul-crushing agony. So another reason why this shit's important. Anyway, up. Gratitude. And I can think of at least 10 things I am grateful for right now. And then you feel those feelings. And feeling the feelings is what starts changing your brain. And you take a moment to be grateful. And then I push one hand out, either hand, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do the left hand. And then down in this gesture, transitioning my energy and then refocusing. And then I refocus it on my up midline. A lot of people call that your chakra. And then I hold it. And I use this hand to focus me on my mind. And then I think of either one thought or no thought. And then I try to feel that energy growing stronger again. And then I'll take this hand, pull the energy up with a deep breath in. Breath is important, so pull it up, hold it, feel it, channel it up your spine into your brain, out through your limbs, feel it growing stronger, and then intensify it with the breath out. And then one more time, other hand. And then there you have it, the basics. So, relax, trance. Breathe in, energy. Push out, intensify and focus. Breathe out, relax, reach, pull deeper. Hold. Breathe out. Gratitude. Genuine, honest, heartfelt gratitude, appreciation for anything. Switching it, refocusing. Life, passion, purpose, energy, or just the feeling that you're feeling growing in your pit of the stomach, up your spine, the tingling, wherever it is. Pulling it up with a deep breath, holding it, intensifying it, growing it stronger. Breathing out even more. If you want to do it again, take your bottom hand. Deep breath. Relaxing down. And if you want to go one more time, gratitude. Side note, I don't know if I'm going to add this to the video, but I just took a second to record and then watch. And so I've been stationary for like 10 minutes. And I forgot that I'm also doing cold weather training because it's winter in Florida. I mean, it's not that cold, but it's like 40 something. So it's damn cold, especially if you're not used to it and wearing shorts and a t-shirt. And forgot what the hell I was going to say though. Nice night. Anyway, time to get that meditation going. I'm fucking freeze to death. Let's get back to it. Round 2. Let's do some. After the first meditation is running meditation. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some trance music, and then I'm going to start running. And then with each footfall, I'm going to practice those same point techniques. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Point techniques. It's also a good idea, especially if you're just getting started, to combine point techniques with point locations. So that way you use extra anchoring and conditioning for your mental states. So if you're in this, like, by the lake in a magical place behind some bushes, when you get there on your run, it'll really amp up your state training so that you can get into state faster and achieve the, like, trance state where you can start making brain changes in a bigger way. So, and also cold weather training, which I'm doing today. I don't know if you have the ability to do that. Sometimes you can just do a cold shower. Look it up. It's supposed to be good for your blood. I don't know. That's what Wim Hof says, and he's a madman. So I'm doing it. It's friggin' cold. Shorts and a t-shirt. Yay, winter! I'm going to go ahead and get started before my hands go numb. Just finished my Wim Hof breathing and my werewolf meditation, which we'll get into another time. But on a final note, I guess the most important thing is to keep it interesting. You only have to meditate for one breath. So all you have to do is you can do more if you're feeling it, if you have the focus, if you stumble onto something interesting. After a little while, you'll get good at it and can do it as long or short as you want and be successful immediately. But the important is the intermittent practice. So run until you get tired. When you get tired, meditate for one breath. It utilizes biofeedback and conditioning techniques that takes advantage of your tiredness to try to achieve trance. So by running until you're tired and then meditating, you achieve trance easier. So these are all like trance hacks that a hypnotist would use. Yep. And then meditate until you lose focus or get bored or feel like you've gotten to a good place, or until you build up the energy where it's just really explosive, and then run, and then don't blow it all at once. Run for consistent strength, energy. You can sprint and stuff, but don't overdo the energy when you don't have the trained physicality for it and pull a muscle or twist an ankle or hurt yourself or anything like that. I ran a marathon sort of by accident. I didn't mean to be that hardcore, but I could tell during the run that I was dangerously close to pushing myself in a lot of ways. But I've been active enough in my life that I can tell that I'm comfortable skirting the line. So the marathon in like a month and a half, 2 months was a pretty extreme example. Not trained professionals only, but you got to be a certain kind of to do something like that. So be careful with yourself, listen to your body, don't push too hard with all that extra energy, but enjoy it, have fun, and be fascinated. The fascination is what kicks your brain on to do special things. So have a good night and enjoy.